Hi, it's KuyaMike and welcome to another video where I read one of your emails and give my opinion on the matter. As always, these emails are kept anonymous, so please feel free to send in any questions, confessions, any stories you just want to get off of your chest to the email in the description below. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already, and please do click on the notification bell so that you are kept up to date whenever I release new videos, as well as liking and sharing this video to help the channel grow. I'd also like to invite you to comment your thoughts on today's emails just so we can help out others that might be in a similar situation, and it's always good to get more than one point of view on the matter. I'd also like to mention that I've also started streaming on twitch.tv/AskKuyaMike. There you can join me whenever I'm playing games like Mario Kart, Smash Bros, anything under the sun that I own. So without further ado, let's begin. Title of this email is Video Games. Dear KuyaMike, my husband and I have been married for 8 years. When we first met, we enjoyed playing video games together. Even when we got married, we'd still make time to play some video games, or I'd watch him play, which I didn't mind at all. After having our first baby, we seldom play together as we'd have no sleep. But he still plays though. I let him have his own game time while our kid was sleeping. But now that we have another child, we have more responsibilities and chores to do, not to mention the pile of laundry. We both share tasks. He does the cleaning in our bathroom, hanging the laundry, which I appreciate, but there are times I feel like I'm doing all the washing and cleaning, plus the cooking, whilst the husband plays video games. I ask him for help when needed, but sometimes I don't want to ask him anymore because he moans that I don't let him play. I always tell him that I am unhappy when he spends too much time with his console, and he even eats while he plays and just leaves me to do the chores and tend to the kids and feed them, etc. I get exhausted and I am sick of telling him to stop playing sometimes, but at the same time I feel bad for telling him off. I don't want to be a nagger. In fact, I rarely nag him, and I'm sure you will side with my husband on this because you like playing video games too. I mean, I don't mind giving him some game time as long as he helps out with the kids at least. I don't expect him to cook or do the laundry, and he knows that, but we're still arguing about the same things. So what should I do? Am I being selfish thinking that he's having some time for himself and I'm not? Maybe I should play. Actually, I can't. You know, kids. Should I just leave him be? Maybe he'll realize he's playing a bit too much even when the house is a mess and his wife is exhausted of cleaning up after the little gremlins. Or should I set limitations or a schedule? I don't know. Help. Thanks. Okay, so thank you for your email. I can't help but feel shots have been fired, and I'm not even the husband. But despite my love for video games, I'm not siding with your husband here. Obviously, I don't know his side of the story, so based on what I do know, I can see that it's unfair for you. Now, as an adult, I have these habits that I put into practice before I even turn on the TV or go to my computer. The usual stuff is to get up, make my bed, go to the bathroom and pee and brush my teeth. Before I play, I make sure that my room is tidy because I can't stand the idea of my bed not being made, at the very least. The thing is, I like to be as comfortable as possible because I'm gonna get stressed when I start playing the game. So for me, having a tidy space is one less thing to stress about, which I'm sure you can relate to. But that's me though. I prefer to keep things as tidy as possible. Now, for your husband, you've suggested either limiting his time playing or working in a schedule. I think what you need to do is get a routine that accounts for chores and game time. You can't just expect him to change right away. You have to establish a routine that the both of you can agree to and follow so that these repeated actions eventually become a habit. So say for example, he gets home from work and you've done the cooking. After you eat, he should have a checklist of things he should do before he even starts playing. And these things can be as simple as clear the table, do the dishes, empty the dish tray or the dish rack, whatever. And depending on whenever your rubbish collection is, you should also actively check to see if the bin is full and replace it, and also take out the trash. Now, before people watching think, "Oh hey, wait, those are way too many things to do." No, it's not. The woman said that she's got 2 kids and she's probably got a job. So it's not a lot compared to what she's having to put up with, and I'm sure a lot of mums watching can agree with this. So at the very least, he can tidy up after himself before he starts playing. I also imagine that it's difficult for the mum in this situation to play because kids, let's face it, tend to be more clingy towards their mothers. So every time she's trying to play, kids might do whatever they can to get her attention, and then it's not an enjoyable game session for her. There's also something that I wanted to recommend too. It's called the Chore board, and what it is it turns chores into a game that determines a winner and a loser. I'm going to put up a picture of it and I'll link their website too. And just to put it out there, this video is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just not at that level yet. So the cool thing is you can list down a bunch of chores and assign points to how difficult or how frequent the tasks that need to be done are worth. And the point is, at the beginning of the week, before you start, you decide what it is the winner gets as a prize and the loser has to pay for it or do it. It could be something like, okay, winner gets to choose a pizza, to order out, loser pays. Or even more ambitious, like if you're balling, winner gets a PS5 or Xbox Series X, whatever, loser pays. And then in terms of distributing points, so something like you do every day, like making your bed, that could be worth 1 point. And then much more challenging tasks like hoovering the whole house, which you don't do every day, can be worth 10 points. And then say cooking, because cooking is very important on an easy task, could be something like 3 to 5 points. It's really up to you guys to decide. And then at the end of the week, you count up all the points to see who the winner is. So it turns chores into a friendly competition, and I think that this is perfect for newlyweds or people that have just moved in together. But I also see it working in your scenario too. There's also one more thing I wanted to add. I was actually asking one of my cousins and my older brother about this, since they're both gamers, are married, and also have kids. What they said was, and the gist of it is, and apparently they saw this on a poster somewhere, men marry women hoping that they never change, but they do. Women marry men hoping that they do change, but they never do. Profound. In fact, so deep I almost drowned. But that's no excuse. Your husband needs to man up and be accountable and exercise discipline. Seriously, that's how I feel about it. So I'm totally on your side. Set up a schedule though, work it out, but effectively communicate. Otherwise, just divorce his ass. I can't handle someone messy. I'm sorry, just doesn't work. No, don't get divorced. I was just joking. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. I like to hear everyone's opinion about this. Do you have any advice for a friend? Please do comment your thoughts below. And as always, I appreciate everyone's support. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Send in any emails you have to the email in the description below. Also, do check out my Twitch if you're into gaming, twitch.tv/AskKuyaMike. And one last time, please do like, share and subscribe, all that jazz, and I hope to hear from you soon. Until the next video,